for his statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. We thank the Special Representative of the Secretary General, Janine Hennis-Plasschaert, for her substantive report on the situation in Iraq. We carefully listened to Ms. Kabashi. We highly commend the 10th of October early elections to the Iraqi Council of Representatives. We trust that the parliamentarians in the near future will manage to reach agreement on the formation of a new viable government that will focus on supporting all main political parties and ethnic and confessional-based groups in the country. We understand that the Iraqis are going through a difficult period. We urge the leading political powers to demonstrate restraint and find mutually acceptable solutions to internal political agreements which have worsened since the elections. It is clear that the whole gamut of problems which have mounted over the years and which have objective causes cannot be solved overnight. We fully appreciate how difficult it will be for the future Iraqi leadership to consider the opinion of the entire socio and ethnic and confession-based makeup of the country in order to improve the situation in Iraq and also to provide security and law and order. The situation is being exacerbated by a worrying, difficult socioeconomic situation and by the spread of coronavirus. In this context, we underscore the importance of the international community providing assistance to Baghdad in rebuilding the economic and humanitarian sectors in the country, which have been destroyed by the long-standing war against ISIL. However, we must note that terrorists are continuing regularly to carry out explosions in different regions of Iraq. Mr. President, we firmly condemn the attack on the residence of the Prime Minister, Mustafa al-Khadimi. The attack used an unmanned aerial vehicle that was rigged with explosives. We view this as an attempt to undermine the country's security and stability. We reiterate our willingness to strengthen our practical cooperation with our Iraqi partners in combating terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We note the importance of stepping up collective international efforts to aggressively combat this global threat. We'd like to underscore that effectively countering this challenge is only possible through as broad as possible coordination of counterterrorism efforts. In this regard, we greatly commend the work of the Baghdad Quadripartite Information Center involving the Russian, Iraq, Iran, and Syrian military. We believe that this mechanism plays an important role in terms of coordinating efforts to combat terrorism in Iraq and Syria. We welcome the efforts of the Iraqi authorities and those of the Kurdish Autonomous Region to settle their differences. We're convinced that further improvement of relations between Baghdad and Erbil will help to bolster security and help to tackle the issues. This will benefit both the Kurds and the entire Iraqi people too. Mr. President, we consider any illegal military presence in Iraq to be unacceptable. It is our view that foreign military formations should only be in the country with the consent of the local authorities or based on the relevant Security Council resolutions. We urge all external players seeking a stable internal situation in Iraq to refrain from unilateral destructive steps which have a negative impact not only on the situation in the country but outside it too. We trust in this regard that the countries of the region will tap into the existing diplomatic potential in order together to promote peace and stability in the entire Middle East. This includes within the context of the renewed Russian security concept for the Persian Gulf. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation.